You were, I think, dare I say, very pessimistic the last time I saw you here back in May. How do you feel now?
Well, it's like the Prince song. It's 1999, party like it's 1999, right? Feels exactly like 1999. I don't know whether we'll actually replay it exactly, but I think all the ingredients are in place. And certainly from a trading standpoint, you have to position yourself like it's October 99. I don't see why you would do anything but that. And remember, the NASDAQ doubled between the first week of October 99 and March of 2000.
Well, is that just his sentiment or is that the market? It looks like Bitcoin is trying to figure it out. We hit a new all-time high of 126,272 and retraced just a little bit back down to 125,309. And with that in mind, let's take a look at the broader market. So we got the entire market cap coming in at $4.397 trillion, up 2.6% on the day. Bitcoin at 125,249, up 2%. We got Ethereum at 4708, up 4.7. XRP at 303, up 2.4. BNB at 1222, up 6%. Solana at 235, up 3.3. And Dogecoin at 2688, up 6.8. We got Cardano still trying to fight to get back into the top 10, coming in at 8786, up 5.7 on the day. Take a look real quick at our biggest winners. The biggest winners are going to be Mantle, Aster, BitTensor, Bonk, Plasma, XPL, and HBAR. If we look at our losers here, there shouldn't be too many, but I'm sure we have a few. And it looks like Zcash, we got blockchain or Provenance blockchain hash, Monero, and then we fall right into stable coins. So getting into today's news, we got Grayscale with a big announcement. And so the Grayscale has launched staking for its spot Ethereum ETFs in the US and letting investors earn ETH rewards via the proof of stake network. This applies to the 4.82 billion Ethereum trust and Ethereum mini trust filed with the SEC and powered by custodians like Coinbase. Previously, ETF holders missed out on staking yields since the July 2024 launch. Now it unlocks passive income, fueling Ethereum surge up 156% in 6 months versus Bitcoin's only 50. Recently nearing $5,000. Ethereum ETFs manage $30.58 billion, lagging Bitcoin's $164.5 billion. Grayscale CEO Peter Mintzberg called it first mover innovation to deliver value with $5.95 billion in recent crypto ETP inflows. This could drive more adoption as staking expands. Let me know, does this make a difference? You know, do you really care about ETFs? Are you a crypto only type of person? Do you think the ETFs are good, bad, ugly? I don't know. Let us know in the description. And if we take a look at Ethereum, we can see it is up. If we look at the yellow circle in the top center of the screen, it is up 3.94% on the day. Now, is this off of the news and Grayscale, or is this just because the broader market is moving? I'm going to go with it's because of the broader market, but you never know. It could be because of ETF inflows. And moving on, Plum Network hits a SEC milestone with tokenized securities going on chain. So on October 6, 2025, Plum Network, a layer 2 blockchain for real-world assets, is now SEC registered as a transfer agent for tokenized securities. This enables on-chain issuance, transfers, and DTCC integrated record keeping, cutting tokenization from months to weeks via smart contracts. Key benefits to this are going to be on-chain IPOs, small cap raises, and compliant funds for giants like BlackRock and Fidelity. It merges DeFi speed and TradFi rules, drawing 39 trillion plus in 40 Act fund interest amid upcoming SEC regs 26 and 27. So the CEO, Chris Yin, says Bridging DeFi, speed, and TradFi safeguards. Service live now. Q1 2026 adds staking vaults. Plum eyes full on-chain markets. So let me know. We all know that RWAs are a big play this cycle. Is this something you're interested in? Is it still too small? If we go over here and we take a look, you can see it did pop off today, touching 13 cents, 7.97, with the little retracement back down here to 11.634. And you can see we are actually, let's go ahead and adjust this real quick. We're actually about 17% down from its September all-time high. Unfortunately, this chart on Binance only goes back to August. So if we take a look over here at CoinGecko, we can see that back in March, it did hit 23 cents or 23.2132. So there is a little more than a 2x for it to regain that March all-time high. And let's see if it does it. You know, the market cap is 355 billion. About 30% of the circulating supply is out there. So who knows? If you are interested, take a look. We love RWAs here at Crypto Nightly. And then in some more news, AMD strikes big. So AMD stock jumped 25% to $207, highest in 18 months, on a 6 gigawatt GPU deal with OpenAI for Instinct MI 450 chip starting in 2026, worth tens of billions of dollars over 4 years. OpenAI diversifies from NVIDIA's $100 billion 10 gigawatt pact, aiming for 16 gigawatt total compute. The bonus warrants for up to 160 million AMD shares, about 10% stake if milestones hit, up to $600 per share. Hedging NVIDIA's 80% dominance and shortages, Blackwell racks 3 million. AMD matches LLM speed with more memory, but trails on software. So OpenAI's 23 gigawatt build out costs hundreds of billions, boosting rivals like Google TPUs and Amazon Trainium. AMD CEO, world most ambitious AI project. NVIDIA ended up dipping 1%. And let's take a look how the market actually reacted to this news. And if we come over here, boom, it looks like NVIDIA or AMD actually shot all the way up to 227 before retracing back down to where it is, sitting at about 207, actual 206.89 right now. So bully for AMD. You know, OpenAI just seems to be buying up stuff left and right. Sam Altman is on a terror. And will he be stopped, or will he take over the world when it comes to AI? I guess the future will tell, right? And bringing us to our last story of the day, Mike Novogratz, Galaxy Digital. You know him. He's got the Luna tattoo. He was all about Luna, and he's got the tattoo. So now, on October 6, 2025, Galaxy Digital launched Galaxy One, a mobile web app for U.S. retail investors, blending 4% FDIC-insured cash yields up to 8% for accredited users via its $1.1 billion loan book, crypto trading, BTC, ETH, SOL, and stock ETF access with auto reinvestment. So looking good, trying to compete with the big boys there. You know, the news boosted Galaxy shares up 8%. Robinhood and Coinbase gained 2%, leveraging fintech buyout fierce. Galaxy NASDAQ listed in May with shares doubling. Eyes Robinhood, Coinbase Turf, future business accounts, staking, lending, and more. So Galaxy, Mike Novogratz throwing their hat in the ring, trying to gain some of that market share from Robinhood and Coinbase. But that is it. That is your news for today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do us a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, share this with all your friends. And I'm going to go ahead and leave you with a little parting wisdom from Paul Tudor Jones. It's only about a 2-minute clip. Talks about the broader market and the blow off top of the bull market. Let us know if you agree with them. Let us know in the comments what you expect to happen in the next 4 to 6 months. Have a great day.
You were, I think, dare I say, very pessimistic the last time I saw you here back in May. How do you feel now?
Well, it's like the Prince song. It's 1999, party like it's 1999, right? Feels exactly like 1999. I don't know whether we'll actually replay it exactly, but I think all the ingredients are in place. And certainly from a trading standpoint, you have to position yourself like it's October 99. I don't see why you would do anything but that. And remember, the NASDAQ doubled between the first week of October 99 and March of 2000. Well, if you just think about bull markets, right, the greatest price appreciation is always the 12 months preceding the top. So that's the nature of a bull market. It kind of doubles whatever the annual average is and before then. So if you don't play it,
right,
you're missing out on the juice. If you do play it, you have to have really happy feet, because there will be a really, really bad end to it. And my guess is that I think all the ingredients are in place for some kind of a blow-off. Will it happen? Again, history rhymes a lot, so I would think some version of it is going to happen again.
Right.
If anything now is so much more potentially explosive than 1999. 1999, we were looking at a rate hike in November. Now we're looking at a rate cut. We were looking at 4 more rate hikes before we actually topped in 2000. Now we're looking at 3 or 4 rate cuts, probably at least. So you have monetary policy that's going to take us to real rates of 0 or less, probably, depending upon the next Fed chair.